I'm doing another Christmas project, and I'm going to be using some molds and wood. So I want some hinges. I ordered these molds off of Amazon. They're not the best because you can't see it, but they don't lay flat right in here. They kind of come up. I mean, the thing lays flat, but the mold itself comes up. But I'm going to go ahead. I've poured one set, and I need another set, and then I'll figure out which one I'm going to use. But I want some hinges and a keyhole. And then from there, I'll cut my wood. But I don't need very much of this. I'm just going to get about a half a scoop. Yeah, that's about a half a scoop. And then I'll use about a quarter of a scoop of water. Oops, a little much. And I don't want to pour that back in there. I will. I'll just remember not to drink it. Okay, that's about a quarter of a scoop. A little less. Put that in there and stir it up good. I think I used enough water. Yeah, I did. I've been using this same cup. I just clean it out after I'm done. I didn't pour very much because I just need some hinges and my keyholes. I think that's good. Okay, it's ready to pour. Got some down in there. I'm probably going to have to use... Now this hinge right here is flat. It lays flat. I think a cat hair down in there from Kit Kat. No, I don't. This hinge right here lays pretty flat. Gotta watch what I'm doing. I don't want to get too much. Of course, if you get too much, I just kind of scrape it off and it runs over it. You let it dry. Clean up the part that ran over. I think that's probably fine. I don't know if I'll get another hinge. I think I used a little more last time. Okay. I don't know if I'll get a keyhole either. I haven't made a key. So I'll make a key. I do have some keyholes made, but I wanted to show you what I was doing. I haven't made the key because I thought it was probably a little too thin, but we'll see. You can always try if it don't work. No, it doesn't work. I need to get a little bit, teeny bit more right there on that key. I think it all looks full. And I have some little, like, screw and nail. Oh boy, I really went over on that one. Scrape it over there. That's all right. It'll clean right off. This stuff's really easy to use. It sets up in 30 minutes. I don't have much left. I think, oh, I better put some little bit more right in there. Okay, that one's kind of bubbling out, so I'm going to kind of level it. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it, but I did it on my others, and it worked just fine. All right, I'm going to give that 30 minutes to dry, and then I'll take it out. And I've already done, let me show you what I've done. I'll put them in here so they won't get broke. These right here. This one here was, this one here, as you can see, it kind of, the mold itself bubbles up in the middle. And I thought maybe when I took it out, I could push it down real gently. Well, it broke. But I glued it, and you can't even really tell. I just put it back together. And once you get it glued on a piece and painted, it is not going to matter. But those are the ones I've already made. But I'll let this one dry, and I'll come back and show you how they come out. Here's my not so bright chickens that don't know how to go into the big coop. See, you get let out late because I forget about you. But they do have a place they can get up into. Can't see the opening back there, but they do have a place. Are you guys ready to get out, or ladies? Okay. Let's go. It's escape time. Hello, baby P. Oh, they're going over to the grain we threw out on the ground. And now the big chickens will go over and run them off. Yep. That's why they don't go into the big coop. Here comes old rooster. Oh, there's my donkeys. I know this is not crafting, but it's part of me. Go out and see them. I didn't bring any treats, though. What doing, sitters? What's wrong, baby? Huh? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? What are you doing this morning? What are you doing? Yeah, my cheaters. I can't get him in the frame. He's up on me. Ed, go somewhere else and let me pet Sid. What are you doing this morning, cheaters? What are you doing, baby? He's an old donkey. Yes, him is. He's an old donkey. He's a good donkey. He's a gentle little guy. Aren't you? Yeah. Aren't you, baby? Yeah, he is. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. What are you doing, Ed? What are you doing? What are you doing this morning? Them old flies still getting you? Huh? Old flies still getting you. Lucy Lou over there, she's still wild. She's still wild. She'll come up to me and let me pet her once in a while, but not very often. And that's my little Sid. He's my favorite. Yes, he is. All right, I'm going in. You be good boy. Where'd you go, Lucy? Where did Lucy go? Oh, she's coming up behind me. Well, hello, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. What are you doing, Sid? Are you getting jealous? Are you getting jealous? Are you jealous? You just don't like to be petted too much, though, do you? No, you don't. Okay, let me take a picture of you. What was that? What was that? All right, it's been over 30 minutes, and I'm going to remove them out of the mold very carefully. Okay, there's one of them. This is the little screw heads. And as you can see, I've overfilled them. but the part that's extra, it just kind of chips off. Okay, I've not done the skeleton key. Let's see how it comes out. Came right out. That's way, to me, this is way easier than using the clay. And if I want to clean them up, I'll just usually take this. They do give a sandpaper, but I don't think I could fit a sandpaper in there. But anyways, that's what I would do to clean it up. Very carefully, though. I know the longer this stuff sets, the stronger it gets. But like anything, you'd have to be careful with it. Okay, there's the key. And then to clean like these up where it's, I over poured, I just kind of do that. There's those. And here's the first one I pulled out. And this will probably be the one I use on my project, this one here. I like the other one, but it doesn't set as flat, so. And now I'll just paint these up. I'll have, when I need to finish and get ready for them, I'm just going to lay them in here so they don't get broke. That little skeleton key is really cute. All right, that's what I'm going to use. The 2 hinges and one of the keyholes, probably that one, on this next project. I'm going to make a door. It's going to be Christmas. Am I out of frame? Back over here. But those are the ones I'm going to be using. And I'll show you, let's see. Get this out of my way. So much stuff piled everywhere. Where's my door? This is just a piece of wood. I'm moving everything out of my way. I just have a piece of wood here that I've sanded down real good. And it's probably a little thicker than what I need. But it's all I had. I go out in the garage and find stuff I can use. So I'm going to use this. Well, let me go ahead and kind of show you here. And I'm going to have my door hinges, of course. And my little keyhole over here. And then to decorate it, I don't have my pattern. I thought I had my pattern set out here. Oh, here it is. Well, it's not actually the one I use, but it's close. This has the top cut off. Okay, I'm going to have a pair of little wooden mittens that I'm cutting out of like 1/4-inch plywood. I'll have 2 of those. And I did make a pattern. And I am going to share it down below. It'll be a whole pattern like this, and then there'll be one piece below it. So you can kind of make it 3D and put the cuff on top of it. And I'll have 2 mittens. This one is cut apart, but the one that I made is not. And I'll have some Christmas greenery and stuff. Let's see. Christmas greenery and have these mittens hanging off from it. You could even like, these would be cute if you take the pattern. It's a PDF and just trace around the pattern and then sew around it and stuff them. That would be cute in material. It'd be cute on material on this. Or you could take like I did with my reindeer. Take some bells, you know, put some greenery up here and take some bells and hang down, or you could put a saying on here. These bells I picked up at Dollar General. Their ornaments were half price, and my cord is hitting my phone and making it wiggle. Hang on, guys. I'm going to wiggle you a little bit. Get this back out of the way. But they had them half price, and these were $1 a piece, and they were half price, so I got both little boxes for $1. And you could leave them red. They'd be cute red, or rust them up, whatever you want. And like I said, you can hang anything down, you know, dangle it down. I've got it setting this way. It would be setting up, of course, if you were doing the project. But that's what I'm working on this door. Now I'm going to get started on it. I need to paint my hinges and my key lock and cut these out. I still have to cut these out of wood. And I'll be back when I get further along. Okay, now that I have my wood stained, I'm going to go over it with some wax so I can scrape it back. I got to go find my putty knife. I loaned it to my husband because he was in the living room working on something. Okay, so I've only done this like with the wax maybe once, twice. I don't even know if I filmed it, but I wanted the dark wood, and then I'm going to paint it using this Fancy Farm Girl green. So I'm just going to go over it, especially on my edges, with my wax. It's scooting around on me. And of course I'll scrape it back once I paint it. And I really don't know how much to put on. It's been a long time since I've done this. I don't want to have to scrape the whole thing off. But my wood is smooth. I think it works better on a rougher surface. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it like that right there and start painting. I've stirred that up good. I don't want a heavy coat or anything, but I want to cover it. And I'm just doing the top. I'm not going to do the sides. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay, I'm going to finish painting this and let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll scrape it down. My door is now dry, so I'm going to start scraping it. See how it turns out. Got a little thick, I think, but it's doing all right. Not really. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to finish scraping this down. And then I'll be ready. Hopefully, well, I've got to do my mittens and other things, and then I'll be ready to put it together. But I like that. I like that distressed look. All right, now I'm going to get my resin pieces ready to go. What I'm going to do is try just painting them black, because the handle I forgot, I didn't show you the handle. This is the handle that's going to go on the door. and it's black, so I'm just going to paint these black and put some cinnamon on them to kind of give them a rust look, to make them look old. And I want to do it before the paint dries, so I'll do a little bit at a time. Am I in frame? Yeah. Gotta get the edges good. And I did switch which hinge I was going to use. I went ahead and made another one of these. I liked it best for this door. So I made another one of those, and it sits all right. It's fine. Get down in there. All right, set that aside. Get some cinnamon. Sprinkle on my paint while it's wet. I'm trying it. I've never done it this way. Okay, that is good. Kind of tap it. And I've got a real soft brush here. I thought I would kind of rub in with it. Yeah, that just looks a little rusted. I like that look. Do this other side. So I'm going to do the hinges and this keyhole all the same way. And I'll probably do a little bit on the handle too. All right, that looks good to me. Now I'll go to a hinge. We'll see how that turns out and what it looks like. We have to get some more black paint out. Get all down in there covered. After I do this one, I'll turn the camera off instead of making you watch me do all this. But I wanted to get one finished. I got some white right there. It needs covered. I think I got it all. I'll probably spray this with a clear matte to make sure all the cinnamon stays on and doesn't fall off. That really looks old and rusted. Okay, I'm going to go on and finish the other hinge. I wanted to see how, maybe show you, I don't know how to do the, I'm just going to touch that with a little bit, because my handle definitely needs to have some too. Whoops, don't want to do that. Let's try that. Yeah, that looks fine. little bit there. I've just left that too. Okay, I like the way those look. So I'll do my other hinge, and I'll have these ready to be put on the door. Okay, so my keyholes and my hinges, and that's an actual door pull, but they went from looking like this, like a plaster Paris piece or a resin piece, to that. I'm happy with the way they turned out. Now when they are more dry, I am going to hit them with some matte, some clear matte, just so the cinnamon is adhered and doesn't fall off. I started on the mittens, and what I've done is just traced around the mitten onto the homespun material, and then I had this in my stash. I don't know where it came from, but I've saved it off of something, and I traced around on, used the pattern from this and traced around on there, and now I'm going to paint my mittens, probably a red, and then I'll put the material down over it and this on that. This piece here. I'll paint it white and this red. And like I said before, if you just wanted to take the mitten pattern and sew it and use material, that would be really cute too. Alright, now I'm going to take my mittens and I'm going to give them a red coat and hope that color kind of matches the material, the homespun material. I don't have to coat this a lot, just really around the edges and the back in case it flips. Alright, I'm going to give both of my mittens a coat of this, and I am using Americana Tomato Red. And then when I finish giving these a coat of the red, then I'll do these in my Waverly Plaster color. Okay, what I'm doing now is I took some of this spray adhesive, because I'm afraid if I would put glue on there, it would seep through and have dark spots on it. So I'm using this spray adhesive, and it's not the easiest stuff to push and get on. There, it's working now. It wasn't. I think that's probably good enough. Boy, it's sticky. Okay. Probably, which way does that go? It goes like that. Ooh, it's sticky. Set it out of there and let it dry. Okay, I'm going to get that out before I try to put this on. Alright, and if you don't get it on there right, you don't really have a second chance. Okay, that worked great. Now that's going to be on there, and that's going to be on there. I'll cut that off when it's dry. Then I'll take them and glue this on there, and then probably decorate this somehow. I got off a little bit there, but I am not going to worry about it. Alright, I've done 2 of them, and now I'll glue them on together and see how I'm going to decorate the little mittens. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on there with the fabric tack. Make sure I'm where I want to be. like that. Set it aside and let it dry. I'll do this one. That up there right. Scoot that way a little bit. All right, I'll set that one aside to let it dry. Okay, now I'm using, I need to get that brown one out before I pick it up and use it. I'm using the DIY clear wax and waxing the door since I've scraped it. I like the way it's turning out. Well, I've got my handle on here. I've done these. They're not finished yet, but I mean, everything's glued onto it. I'll probably put some brown on this or something so it won't be so bright white. And I'm working on something for a topper. And I think I want that, but I want a bow. Not a big bow, just a simple bow. Not a bow, just strips. So I'm going to start with just putting small strips in here. This is a bow dabber. And I have a bunch of strips that I'm just going to stick in here. Alternate each one of them. Okay. Alright, I need one of these. What else did I have? I think oh, this here. Did I have one of those? No. Right. Okay, I started out with the lace, so I'll do another lace. And this, that's the same as the mittens. I don't have any big reds in there. I didn't put any of these in there. But I'll wait till I'm going to put some cheesecloth that I had tea dyed in there. Okay, let's put one of these in there again. Now I'll put one of these larger red checked. The darker red. I don't know what to end it with because that's pretty thick right there. Okay, that. And that. I hope that works. I'm not good at making bows. Just not good at it. I should have used some... What I should have done is use some twine or some jute. But I didn't. Okay, let's see how that's going to look. Pull those aside. Those are just like 4 or 5 inch strips, probably a 4-inch strip of material, all different. Actually, I didn't cut them perfectly. All right, something like that. Tie this back here in a knot. Pull it tight. I think I want to cut it off. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut them off. Because I'm going to put some pine cones and berries on that. And then I am going to have the jute coming down to these. Alright, that's where I'm at so far. Now I'm going to go on and figure out how I'm going to decorate this. How I'm going to hang it. I know I need my glue gun on. Turn that on. And find me some more stuff to decorate it with. But that gets me a start. And then I'll have the jute hanging down here on the mittens. But I gotta darken that. I gotta find something to darken that. I know, I'll use a little bit of my, I don't want it to go very dark. I'm not gonna stir that up. Let me get a little brush, soft brush. We've got some cinnamon and coffee and water mixed here. I don't really, I guess I'm gonna have to go a little. Just leave that like that. I don't want it real dark. Just enough to take the white off from it. My daughter watches my videos. She says she loves everything, but so I always say, I think I'm going to make it a little dark. And she said, I talk to the TV and say, no! Oh. She gets some of the stuff I make. She knows all she has to do to say, I want that. Well, she always offers to pay for it, but nope, ain't happening. I think the last thing she asked for was the Merry Christmas round that I done. And it's waiting on her because she's coming in for Thanksgiving. Can't wait to see her. Been a long time. Okay, I like the way that looks. It just doesn't look totally new, white, stark white. I like that. Okay, I had a star out here. What did I do with it? There it is. Well, I've left my water in the other room again. Then I put my brushes in. So I'm wondering about putting a star on it, on them. I should put it there, or maybe a little bow with jute and little jingle bells hanging off from it. Okay, I'm going to start looking around my room and seeing what I can come up with. I'm going to cut that off. Do a little more decorating. Well, I've almost got it finished. Let's see if you can see up here where this is at. I took these two pieces here and some of this floral, this paper covered floral wire, and I wired those together. And then I took some of this, I had this stuff here, and I cut a couple of pieces off of it and stuck it up in there, and then put the little pine cone on it. And I took my mittens, maybe I ought to turn this where you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I took the mittens and put them on jute, and then made some little jute bows. And the jingle bells, the little hole in them was so small that I couldn't get the jute threaded through them, so I just had to kind of put them where I wanted them and glue them down. And now I'm kind of wondering, I have a couple of, here they are, a couple of stars. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put the stars on the mittens too. And I noticed, am I in where y'all can see what I'm doing? Yeah. Anyways, I noticed later that I put my keyhole, my skeleton keyhole, I think it's upside down. I think it's supposed to be turned the other way. I think. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these stars on there because I think it just gives it a little more character. And I'm going to say this is finished. I'm trying to see if you can see everything. Of course, I'll take an ending shot. But yeah, let me see if my glue gun's, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on there. And also, I think when I do my video, I'm going to insert something. When I do that spray glue on there, that spray glue was coming up. So I went ahead and pulled it up, and I used Fabri-Tac, and it done fine. So I suggest if you do anything like this to use the Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to call it, I'm going to say it's done. I think it turned out really cute. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'm not making more than one item because I have things I have to get done around the house. Trying to clean out my extra bedroom. My daughter's coming in for Thanksgiving, and they'll need to be able to get into the room and get on the bed. And that right now, that's not possible. So I'm going to go in there and start on that, and I'll have another video out Friday. So until the next one, guys, we'll see you later.